Hey, what's up? I'm Brian Hewitt of Hewitt Films, and today I went to the Syracuse PowerCon. It was located in Liverpool, New York, at the Holiday Inn. Now, at these PowerCons, you have people dressed in cosplay. It's a really fun time. There's a lot of vendors. They're selling comic books, toys. There's original artwork with the artists there. It's amazing, all the stuff that goes on at these PowerCons. And I was really happy to be there today. I was there with Michael Fitzgerald of Phoenix Films. We were selling our original movies. It was a fun time. It was a lot of fun. I got to meet some new contacts, and I got to interview some cosplay players. So, without further ado, check it out.
Dude, that's dope. Is this Doctor Strange? No, what's this one?
June 9th is the.
I don't care. I'm just terrible at it.
Are you going to any Denton company this summer?
Oh yeah, we're going to Hartford and we're going to Saratoga.
Oh cool, I'm going to go to Saratoga. I've never checked out Camden, so I was thinking about checking out Camden.
You know what? Yeah. But
Tell us about your outfit.
It's super.
How'd you make it?
I used my Kryptonian class sewing skills. I'm kidding. I actually used a pattern from a figure skating dress
Oh, nice.
to get the shape that I wanted. So, and then I stole my cape from my old costume.
What was your old costume?
The old costume was kind of just a piece together, like it was separate shirt and skirt, and it was okay.
And
Wasn't awesome.
how long did it take you to make this?
I made it over a weekend, so probably like 10 hours.
Wow.
Maybe. Probably less than that. I didn't write it down.
No. Very cool.
I overshoot how many hours it actually took me, so it's probably less than 10.
And what is your name?
Christina.
Christina Supergirl.
Christina Supergirl.
All right. Thank you.
Yep.
What is your outfit today?
Currently I'm actually Mifa from Breath of the Wild, the new Legend of Zelda game. She's one of the champions.
How long did it take for you to make that?
Oh, a really long time. 3 months, I'd say.
Now, did you make the material? I mean, did you find the material and make it?
Yeah.
And put it all together?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot of work.
Yeah. And this took me like a week, so like just clay.
What's that you got
It's
there?
actually supposed to be her power called Mifa's Grace, and this is like her little orb that it's kind of on.
Oh, cool.
Kind of based off on what's like on the belt there.
Oh, did you make that too then?
Yeah, I made this.
That is a lot of work.
Yeah.
So what's your name?
Name's Caroline.
Caroline, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
And thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
That's back. You have Marvel 2 and 1 that just brought in. Fantastic Four right behind it. I'm just saying, who's the third? I'm just saying this. So for some reason they got
Oh, buddy.
For some reason they got I think it's a matter of
I like that.
Did you make that outfit, sir?
Kinda, sorta.
Kinda, sorta.
Yeah.
How long did it take for you to put that together?
Probably
I'll make my round.
2 or 3 months.
2 or 3 months? A lot of work.
Thank you.
Very cool, though.
Thank you.
Strike a pose.
No, Bodie Roy. I'm gonna do Cassian Andor.
I had to do a double take.
they're only 6 bucks.
Tell us about what you're doing here.
So I'm here representing the Rebel Legion, Echo Base. We serve the New York area. We do a lot of different events, sporting events, charity events, like the Lupus Walk. We do like Syracuse Crunch Game, the Silver Knights. Our biggest charity that we help out is Make-A-Wish. We are an international costume group, and we work with the 501st and the Mangorian Mercs.
Oh, you work with the 501st, huh?
Yes, we. I'm actually working on General Hux, so I can be a dual member with the 501st. I'm local to Syracuse. I'm in charge of setting up events in the Syracuse and Hudson Valley area.
Very cool.
And we'll be at a few different events this year, like Salt City Con, Syracuse Chiefs game, Lupus Walk at the Destiny Mall, Finger Lakes Comic Con. So we'll be busy in Syracuse this year.
Now, did you make your outfit?
This is commissioned because I can't sew to save my life. So I have people come commission. This is what they call a generic Jedi outfit. It's my first costume that I had made to join the Rebel Legion.
Oh, nice.
After this, I am going to have someone help me work on a Luke from Return of the Jedi.
Oh, cool.
It's my next Rebel Legion costume.
You want to show us your lightsaber there?
Sure.
That's awesome.
All right, cool. We're at Syracuse PowerCon, and you're cosplaying what do we call it? OC, and this is an original character. What's the name of your character?
Siren.
Are you hearing him again?
Yeah.
Siren.
Siren.
So tell us about this character that you made.
She's a porcelain doll and she's possessed.
Oh.
So
cool.
she's as big as a child, and she lives in a giant dollhouse.
Is this like a horror thing?
Yeah, like thriller kind of thing.
So, what inspired you to create this character and story?
I love scary movies, and I don't know, I'm into a lot of fandoms, so I kind of got into like creating. She likes to too, but yeah.
Is there any other way that are there any other mediums that you're expressing this character in? Are you doing, is there like comic or writing or anything that you do with it?
Yeah, I draw her. I like to role play.
Oh, okay.
So I have like a whole book of her and stuff, and there's tons of like colors in it and all that.
Do you share your drawings and your writings on that?
I do post pictures, but I haven't had any of her yet.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
So what was it important for you to have for your cosplay for this character? What was the important parts for you?
Probably just the theme of her backstory. So it was kind of like a child, and she passed away. She was hit by a car, and the soul of her went into one of her favorite dolls that her mom got. So I dressed up as Siren.
So is she malicious in intent, or?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Why did she kill then?
She wants revenge. Actually, when she died, the killer purposely ran her over.
Okay.
So, and she wanted revenge, so the mom got to see the doll moving. So the doll was walking, and she can disappear and all that. So, and I named her Siren because she screams a lot. So it's kind of her way of running and stuff.
Does she know why the killer wanted her dead?
Not exactly. I think it was something about her uncle. I can't remember. I had it written down and all that, but it was something about her uncle, and her uncle hated her family, so I kind of wanted to go from there.
Did the character design come first, or did the cosplay come first?
The character design.
Oh, so you had already envisioned the look of this character, and then you had to make this costume?
Yeah, my mom works for a company.
For what?
My mom works for a company.
Oh, okay. So, costume company?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
She has a lot. She's a hairstylist. She has her own job. It's a roof cleaning company, actually. So.
What was the most challenging part of making this cosplay?
Probably the colors.
The colors?
Yeah, I had to make it really thriller-like, and she's all cracked and stuff.
You don't have a collection of haunted dolls, do you?
No. No.
Turn so you can see the wild.
Oh, yeah.
So does she have to be constantly wound?
No, it's actually her own soul doing it.
Okay.
Her soul has to keep it like moving for her to stay alive. So.
You came up with the idea and everything? That's really cool.
Thanks.
So what would you hope to do with this concept?
I'm not sure. This is my first Comic-Con.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is there anywhere that people can follow you online to see where you end up going with this character?
Yeah, I have Instagram. I have Snapchat. I have a ton of social media.
Do you know the names of any of them? So you can share them with the audience?
Yeah.
So they can start following Siren?
Yeah, my Instagram is trashxdog, and dog is spelled D-A-W-G. And my Snapchat is, it's really weird, I made it in middle school, it's Snowberry03.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll put that in the links to the video.
Okay.
So people know more about your character.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you. You too. I feel smart.
Alright, I'm Mike Fitzgerald here with Hewitt Films at Syracuse PowerCon. We're here with one of the cosplayers, and I've seen you before at Syracuse PowerCon. You were actually, I guess, one of the previous
Yep, the last one that was here.
So, and your name is?
Dorian.
Dorian. And you are portraying?
Seto Kaiba from Yu-Gi-Oh!
From Yu-Gi-Oh! And that's also known as
Card, yeah, Dual Monsters.
Dual Monsters.
They call it.
Alright, cool. So yeah, this is a new endeavor for Hewitt Films. So our Hewitt Films audience may not know your character in that story. Can you share with us about that, your character in that anime?
Yep, pretty much it's about, well, I'm from the original one, and long story short, it's a lot to do with like card games, and this one kid finds like an ancient Egyptian puzzle and brings back the spirit of a pharaoh, and he's like the king of games, he's good at like everything he does, and basically it's just him trying to like rebuild his memories and get back to the afterlife.
And you are?
I'm Seto Kaiba, I'm his rival.
Oh, you're the rival?
Yeah.
So why did you choose to play the rival instead of the protagonist?
Because he's rich.
He's rich? Okay.
He has dragons.
He has dragons.
So that's cool.
So, what was important for you to accurately cosplay this character? What did you have to be this character?
I had to have the coats.
Okay.
This is actually from like one of the later seasons. He doesn't wear this one as often. He's usually in a white coat. But I have every one of his outfits because I'm crazy.
How many outfits is that?
Probably like 10.
10?
Yeah.
Now, did you make this yourself?
No, I had this commissioned.
Oh, okay. So all 10 of them you had commissioned?
Yeah, some of them were like easier, so I got them from like different stores. I went out and bought like pieces and then kind of put them together. I made alterations to some things, but most of them I have commissioned.
Well, what altercation did you have to make?
No, this one, the only thing I did was the locket.
The locket. Now, what's the significance of the locket?
It's got a picture of his little brother. His little brother.
Oh, there you go. So how much would a commission like this be?
This one was about 110, so it wasn't as bad. Like there's some that are like
details.
Jumbo the elephant from the circus. And I said, I see this theme.
Now, what's the significance of this case that you have here?
Well, mine doesn't have it today, but he keeps all of his cards in here. So usually when you open it, he's got it lined with cards, and he smacks people with it. It's not very nice.
This is also a collectible card game.
Yes.
Which came first, the card game or the animation?
I think the manga came first.
Oh, the manga came first. And so they designed a card game based on the manga.
Yep, and then they came out with the show.
Wow. Do you play?
I do. I compete.
You compete? Yeah. Is this on like a level where you're ranked?
Yeah, I usually play my locals, but they have regionals and they have nationals, and then there's like worlds. So
what is
crazy.
What's your highest achievement?
I have gone to regionals before.
Oh, okay.
I play with the dragon deck, so.
All right. So, what's the key to anyone who's interested in the game? If someone wanted to get started in the game, what's the key thing to do?
I would definitely say like stay meta, look into what's popular right now, like learn. There's a lot of different types of cards. Like back in the day, it was just very simple, and now there's like all different like summoning techniques for monsters, and some of it goes over my head. Like I'm not caught up with the new kids. So.
All right. So to close out, what is your character's catchphrase? And can you say that?
My goodness. Well, from the show, I don't know really what his catchphrase is, but I'll use it from the abridged. There was everybody probably knows that better. There was a series on YouTube that somebody abridged of the show, and the line that they gave him in that is, "Screw the rules, I have money."
All right. You want to do that in character? Like with a little more flair?
Sure.
Good.
Screw the rules, I have money.
Hi, this is Mike Fitzgerald here with Hewitt Films at Syracuse PowerCon doing our cosplayer costumer interviews, and I just had to pull her over. Now, not everyone's going to be familiar. I mean, I remember, and you said that's important. Never forget Babylon 5. Tell us about the character you're portraying.
I'm Ambassador Lando Malati of the Centauri Republic.
And tell them about Babylon 5, because I'm sure a lot of our viewers won't remember that show.
It was set on a space station. It was a place for humans and aliens to come together and try to prevent future wars from happening. And while it didn't quite fulfill that as well as they'd hoped, they were victorious in a war against the Shadows, which are the bad guys, but also against the Vorlons, who you'd think were the good guys, but maybe not so much. It really showed humanity could stand on its own.
Yeah, and this came out at a time where there was a lot of science fiction series coming into syndication, and it did start as a syndicated show. It wasn't tied to one network, correct? Or am I not remembering it correctly?
It was the P10 network, I forget, in Syracuse. I think it might have been UPN that it was on. It was different stations in different areas.
How many seasons did it go?
5.
5 seasons. I remember seeing it on VHS at one point. And I remember, do you remember how for the transitions between scenes, they'd recycle the same footage?
Yeah.
Red ship down, blue ship up. So now you said you were inspired to portray this character to keep the memory of this show alive. Why was this show so important to you?
I think it really showed that there's hope, even in the worst situation, that people's character can really get them through almost anything. And I love Lando as a character and how he's redeemed even though he does a lot of bad things. I'm always hopeful like that, and I just think it's a great show and a great character. I don't want him to be forgotten. I want to show people that there's a lot of love for Babylon 5 still out here.
Yeah, and it went on to have a number of movies afterwards as well. So what was the most important thing you needed for your costume? What was the essential thing that you felt you needed to have to represent your character?
I think the hair, and also the little things like the scarabs. I was lucky to find, pretty much the exact embellishments that he had, and I think that really makes the costume.
And you made your costume yourself?
Yeah, I bought the coat and I kind of put everything on it.
There's a lot of talent behind the show. I know Harlan Ellison, the famed science fiction writer, was one of what's that role called? He writes some stories for a lot of political intrigue, and stories like that would definitely play today.
Yes, definitely.
So, as we close out, can you give us one of your character's most famous lines? Go out in character.
What do you want, you moon-faced assassin of joy?
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Part of that.
Drink a root beer.
Did you make your helmet like that? He did?
For some reason, somebody starts doing
Oh, sure, yeah.
For some reason,
I'll do that too.
image just came to mind, back in
You're welcome. I love the costume. It was awesome.